We're about to start in a few seconds. Till then, hold on. We're about to start soon. Till then, hold on. Yeah. We are starting in a few seconds. Yeah. About to start in a hi, everybody. We're about to start in a few seconds as people are joining from almost all the platforms. Like few seconds more. That's it. I hope I'm audible. And
Yeah, it's audible.
admin, please
Yeah.
note I'm about to start. All are requested to keep their mics and videos off just because we'll be taking question and answers at the end, and that will save your bandwidth. So I'll be taking all the questions and answers at the end of this particular seminar, and I'll be taking each and every question and will be answering each of them. I'll call out your name also while answering the question that who has asked the question. So anyone who has asked, his or her name will be taken, and I will read the question and answer it. So, welcome, guys. And continuously, people are pouring in, but still now the time is up, so I have to start. Simple. Admin, hereafter, my audio will be, I mean, I won't be hearing anything. I'll be going one way speaking. The entire webinar structure is like this. First, I will speak. Then at the end, when I finish, I'll ask everybody to go ahead with your questions, but in form of text chat, right? So you can ask all the text chats, I mean, questions in chats. I will receive those questions. I'll read out your name and read the question and answer it. That's how it is. But that is at the end when I will speak. That is okay. This is the right time to go for questions. Till then, you will have to hold with your questions because by the time you might have got answers few of the questions. But at the end, I will do that. Okay. Thank you very much. And let's start our webinar now. Admin, I am on. Yeah. Welcome all everybody on this particular Saturday morning and on the 28th of February. And we are delayed by 2 or 3 minutes. Apology for that. And let's start with our webinar. There are people, I mean, there are various channels. This webinar is available. Those who are joining from the YouTube Live, Twitch, Facebook Live, and Zoom, and maybe a few other platforms, but I at least know these platforms. And those who are joining now, and I welcome all and start the PhD webinar directly. This webinar is naturally by invitation and only for working professionals. So only limited audience is invited. Yeah, you might have received email regarding related to that. So as far as the webinar is concerned, it will go this way. First, I'll be discussing about eligibility of PhD. Once that is done, I'll be talking about process and procedure of for the PhD. When that is done, then I'll go for the support and services what we offer from our side. And that's the third part, and fourth will be question and answers. So let's start with the eligibility of the PhD or for the PhD. As you know, and many of you must be aware that is as far as PhD is concerned, the eligibilities are pretty simple. And there are three different types, or maybe fourth one. So different types of eligibilities are there, which makes anybody or everybody eligible for PhD. First, in that, very first and foremost is anybody who has done master's degree in a relevant any stream, 2 years master's degree with minimum 55% of marks. That person is eligible for PhD program. I'm not, it's eligible, not selected, but eligible for PhD program. Minimum 55% of marks. Immediate the question may come that if somebody has not scored 55%, less than 55%, or I mean, then what? Then there are certain way outs for that. We'll talk about it later, not now. So this is the first eligibility. Second eligibility for any PhD or anybody who wants to do a PhD is uh, uh, people, I mean, candidate, those who have done their chartered accountancy or CA, company secretary course, that is CS, and if they are CA or CS, any one of them, working professionals, they are also considered as eligible for the PhD. That is the second eligibility condition. Third condition is which is quite newly introduced, but it is there. Of course, this is a government degree. So now, again, these are the government rules and regulations which I'm talking about. The third PhD eligibility which is there is a candidate if anybody has done engineering. I mean, MTech engineer, there's of course is eligible, but anybody who has done BE or BTech in engineering with 75% of marks, if only done BE or BTech, not beyond that, then they need to have 75% marks in the BE or BTech plus 5 years of working experience. Then they are also eligible for doing a PhD. So three basic conditions are there. I think I'm clear enough about them. That is master degree with 55%, minimum 55% or more. CA or CS or BTech with 75% plus 5 years of experience. Now, apart from that, if anyone has not passing that eligibility criteria, then what? Then still there is a bridge course which is made available by the government. By doing that, the candidate can become eligible. And we will talk about the bridge course not now because these conditions are exceptional. So when there is a one-on-one situation session, that time I will let you know. This is the eligibility. Again, this is very simple eligibility. So as far as eligibility is concerned, it's a very small part of this webinar. Then how this webinar goes and what is the process ahead? Like today is a webinar. Once we do the webinar, out of this particular webinar, we select few candidates for the next round, and that is called as PhD pre-screening one-on-one session. Those who are selected, get selected for the one-on-one session gets the email of invitation for the one-on-one session. And those who, I mean, will go for one-on-one session, they have to book their slot, because the email will contain the link also to book the slot and the time for the one-on-one session. As well, our counselors will be also calling them, or they can book through them also their suitable time and day and time for the one-on-one session. Again, there is a condition, that is after today's webinar, within 15 days, those who go for one-on-one session, it is absolutely free of cost. There is no charges for that. After 15 days, if anybody wants to go for one-on-one session, there are charges, right? So that's the point which I wanted to make over here. And that is how it is. This is the structure. So eligibility is this, structure is this. And let's start now. Let's dive into the PhD process and procedure, which is a very important part and everybody is interested into and want to know about it. What exactly happens with the candidate when he or she goes for the PhD? Now, here, I'm taking a pole position such a way that, assuming about a imaginary candidate who has done the webinar, passed the, I mean, cleared the one-on-one session, got the provisional admission letter, took the admission, and from here onwards, what happens with the candidate? We'll see that, and that is what I'm going to talk about now. What will happen with that candidate once the candidate has cleared all these small hurdles and now at the starting point of his or her PhD? So what happens after this? After this, let's see now. This is PhD process and procedure I am diving into. So as far as PhD process and procedure is concerned, as you know, the minimum duration of PhD is 3 years and maximum is 6 years. And sometimes it goes beyond that. Not with us, not with us. I'll talk about it in our support and services, what we do and what is the exact duration they will get. What are the advantages if senior candidates are there, those having enough experience, and how they can have some reprieve in the reply in that duration part also. But I can take that in the question and answers also. Okay, so let's go ahead with the PhD process and procedure. Assuming candidate is at the admitted, and now what will happen with the candidate? And I may use term you for that matter. You means candidate, so not personally you, but the candidate. Okay, so while speaking, please take that way. So whenever candidate is eligible for PhD and goes ahead with the PhD, the first thing candidate, what he or she has to do is finalize the topic. As far as topic finalization is concerned, candidate needs to finalize the PhD research title in which he or she is going to do the research. As far as PhD research are concerned, there are few things which one should keep in mind. Now, again, I'm repeating one word. I mean, I'll repeat this sentence 2 or 3 times more also. PhD research title, guide, synopsis, thesis, and all those things. We have our support and services. I'm not talking about it right now. I'm just purely on this is a process. This is a process. If somebody wants to decide a PhD research title, then that PhD research title must identify core variables. So, like, first of all, it's your domain, then subdomain, because if, for example, if your domain is, let's say, if you're an MBA, so like management is your domain, there must be subdomain you have, like management has the streams or specializations, HR, supply chain, marketing, say, I mean, so many are there, IT, I mean, finance, and so many. So you might have had like any kind of stream. So like these variables, like your stream, you have to I mean, tow along, right? For the basic research topic. After that, many of you wants to move. Many of you may want to move away a little bit away from the topic. That is, even if your MBA is in marketing or MTech is in computer science or MCA, like fine, the domain is computers or domain is management, but they may want to diverse into some other area, like the management person maybe want some management part research to be done on the pharmaceutical management, or research to be done on BFSI sector or finance management and all those things. And that way, this is called a subdomain. So your domain is one thing which you can't change because that is your master degree. Subdomain you can change, where you are going to diverge or you are going to do the research. So domain, subdomain, and one more attachment will, third part will be that of your title. I'm talking about the PhD title. That is a real use case scenario. So where we are going to, I mean, where you are going to actually do the research. So actual problem statement will be there. So there should be some problem which candidates you want to resolve by doing that research, so that it should be mentioned in the title also. This is what my domain is, this my subdomain is this is a real use case scenario which I want to solve, and that becomes a title. It's 2 3 lines, that becomes a title of your research. So I can go more technical about it, like there are variables, there are dependent variables, there are different types of things, like there can be specifically, you can be generality you can use, like study of digital marketing. Now that can be the title, that can be the title. But I'll just give example. What is a weak title or rejectable title? A study of digital marketing, a study of so and so. These get rejected. What is a strong title? Strong titles are like this: the impact of AI driven personalization on consumer retention, e commerce, in a longitudinal analysis. Now, this becomes, meaning it's same, it is digital marketing, but it is now in proper academic format. So titles, I'm just giving an example for this. That's it. So there should be a methodological signaling in your title, which, empirical analysis, like the qualitative inquiry, it should be there. A title goes ahead with that. So title should not contain, like words like an investigation into, a study of the, some thoughts on, observation on. This kind of things won't go into the title at all, can't get rejected, right? So and there are boundaries at the title, so you'll have to define in which sector you are going to do the research in subdomain part, and then actual real case scenario, right? So I'll talk about it later. And there are lots of titles we keep on giving every rather on daily basis. So that is about the title. Title is domain, subdomain, the real use case scenario. So that is all about the title. Now, once the title is decided by the candidate, I'm not divulging, I'm not talking about our help. Once the title is decided, finalized, then title goes for the registration. Registration with whom? Registration with UGC, Government of India. Now you'll keep on hearing this word quite often from here onwards. Title goes for the registration, and first thing what is checked is that the same title is not taken up by anybody else before you. If it is taken, you won't get it, and if you get it, then nobody else will get it. So even both sides, flip and both sides are there, right? So title has to be unique, number one, and once you get it, anybody won't get it at all. The person may be joining from anywhere in India, from any university, any, because see, this PhD is just like CA or CS exam. They are well aware of it, how that exam happens. That is the central board which conducts the exam. Same goes with the PhD, centralized exam. Still, so far, whatever you have done till the master degree, they were decentralized exams. So every university has the right to conduct the exam, whereas here, everything is submitted to the UGC, everything is verified by the UGC, and degree is offered also by the UGC. So it is always under UGC government. This is absolutely centralized exam. So centralize everything, not only exams. So right from the title should be unique. So title is the first step towards the PhD. Let's go on to the second step. After all, once once your title is approved, immediately candidate moves on the second part of it, and that is the synopsis part of it. And in synopsis, naturally, the candidate has to go. What is a synopsis? In simpler terms, synopsis is a kind of essay in which candidate will be writing lots of things in terms of, that is about his topic. It means how he or she is going to do that research work, and while doing the research work, what are the data sets they are going to use. In fact, they are basically, how they are going to do the entire research work. They will have to put it in essay format. Once do that essay format, then they can roughly in 25 pages, right? And what the 25 pages contains of? It contains of title research, and the title of the research, main research of the title. Then the, literature view, that is in entire world, whatever is published on that particular topic, that has to be mentioned in synopsis. And nowadays it is called as, very famously, I don't know why even UGC uses it, but it's the APA style. APA style means that American Psychological Association style, right? They have a typical way of writing the references from the candidate is taking the references. So first the author name, then the year of publication, and then the book name. Like that is the APA style, right? So that all the, I mean, there are lots of references candidate needs to take while doing the writing the synopsis. Again, synopsis is a essay, is an essay spread out over 25 pages roughly, minimum 25 pages, and it contains many chapters. That synopsis contains many chapters. The format is there. In that format, candidate has to put his or her thoughts about what kind of research they are going to do in future. I mean, the coming up PhD, what the kind of research they are doing. So in that, this kind of things are there. Title is there. Then literature review. So in entire world, whoever has published or submitted various things on that particular topic, that also has to be mentioned over there. So they have to give the references. Again, I'm telling you, just can't copy paste over there. You have to refer it, not copy it, right? So reference will be there. Which books I'm referring, which research papers I'm referring, the topic, that writer's name, his year of publication, and the name of the book or the research, whatever it is. Then the candidate goes, then aims and objectives candidate has to mention in that synopsis. The aims and objectives of the entire research. Now, this is very important part of the synopsis. What are the aims? What are the objectives? And what do you want to achieve? Right? So that will be there. And in aims and objectives, very important. Then goes the scope of study, like how far you will be studying into this. Like one cannot claim that is doing the research, I mean, doing a PhD in one thing or writing the synopsis, I'll cover the entire world. That never happens because there is a scope limitation to which you are going to apply the research. The scope of study one has to define, right? Then I was mentioning that review literature. Review literature means so far what is published on this particular topic. That one has to mention in that APA style. APA style is that, as I told earlier. Then there is a research gap candidate has to write. Research gap means what are the research is not done? What is the missing part of this? That candidate has to write. Then there is a hypothesis. I'm just mentioning some points from the synopsis part of it. So hypothesis will be there on the topic as well as the kind of research candidate wants to do. After that, candidate has to put the research plan of those 3 years, or of the, forget about 3 years, the research plan of entire research work in future, how the candidate is going to do. That candidate has to mention in form of a table. This is the research plan. Then there is a chapterization plan, but it's just a mention of chapters. Then there is a references. Now, this is again a very important section in the synopsis. One is the review literature, other is references. Now, references are pretty large in numbers. 30, 40, 50, 60 references, where again in APA style, APA 7 style nowadays called as. So 7th is the version. So again, these references will mention from where things you are going to refer. That person's name, whoever is the author, then the name of the book, then the details about that book, and then the web link of the book or the whatever material is published, right? This should be mentioned in a proper format. This doesn't mean that you are going to copy from those people. That means you are referring these people for whatever you are writing. Okay, so this is how that what it goes normally with the, as far as the synopsis goes. Now in synopsis again, as soon as once, as I told you, this will be roughly around minimum 25 pages, and once you finish the synopsis, for everybody else and those who are listening now or may have joined later, audio podcast of this webinar will be available to you after this. So if at all you miss any point, you will get it. I mean, or I'll write all these points in order and give it to you. So after this synopsis is done, next thing or the next part which comes into the picture immediately, next part comes into the picture, that is, and very immediately, that is everybody, this synopsis will go for the plagiarism test. Now, plagiarism test is a very important part. First time I'm referring over here in my webinar, and I will be repeating it many times throughout the webinar. Plagiarism test, or the plaque test, what we call it as. The plagiarism test is defines the originality of your written material, documentation. So whatever this you write, whatever synopsis you write, or whatever documentation you do hereafter, whether the synopsis, thesis, and everything. Now, somebody has muted me. So, okay. So everything will go for the plagiarism test. So whatever you submit, synopsis is the first thing which goes for the plagiarism test. What is plagiarism test? Now, there are latest softwares which are available with the UGC Government of India. They are well-known softwares. They are AI-based softwares. These softwares, soft copy of synopsis, it means in a document format, what you submit by email, that goes to the UGC. They run your soft copy through the softwares which are available with them. They are very stringent and strong softwares. Those softwares find out, and based upon that, a report is generated. Which portion of synopsis is copied from where? And I tell you, they are 100% accurate. So plagiarism part is concerned, maximum up to 10% of plagiarism is allowed. If your synopsis crosses that 10% marks, then what? Then that synopsis gets rejected. That doesn't mean your admission is cancelled. No, not like that. Synopsis is rejected, send, I mean, rather, and a rejection is not the right word I should use. A synopsis is sent back. Sent back for what? It is sent back for correction to the candidate. And what candidate can do out of this, that they have to append it, edit it, correct it, and bring that plagiarism report below 10%. And once you bring it below 10%, how will you come to know that it's below 10%? You will have to resubmit it. When you resubmit it, UGC runs again the same plagiarism test. They keep on checking, and continuously as you go on, I mean, that counter goes down, down, down of a plagiarism report. Somewhere down, one point of time, your plagiarism report goes below 10%. Now gets approved, right? So that is the test. Plagiarism test is the first thing, and this will be repeated for everything. So whatever documentation I will be talking here onwards, for every documentation, plagiarism test is must. We call it the plaque test. It is must, and it should pass the 10% criteria. Pass means it should be below 10%. That's it. How many documents of like this are there, including synopsis? How many documents are there, which I'll be talking to you now? I'll cover it up in a short time, I know. But there are total 13 documents. Synopsis is one of them, first of them rather. Synopsis is first of them, there are 12 more, right? So there are total 13 documents. Which needs to be clear the plagiarism test. So synopsis is one. Again, I'm not talking anything about our services here. I'll talk after this particular part, process and procedure. Okay. So synopsis is that part. Once you complete the synopsis, let's assume that the plagiarism test is cleared. Your plagiarism test is below 10% report. And they give report also. So every time that synopsis is submitted or every document is submitted, a report is attached as a reward. That is, this is what it is all about. I mean, this is what the plagiarism test report is. So you get like line wise where it is copied from anywhere. Because many times it is, I mean, people may think that, oh, okay, nowadays everything is so much available and all these AI softwares are there and internet is there, so we can just take it. No, not like that. You immediately get caught. Okay, what you are having access to, that software, those softwares also have access to those particular things, right? So just hold for a second. Yeah, I'm just stopping videos for others so that it will save the bandwidth, yours and mine. Okay, so now plagiarism test for the synopsis. Immediately after that, once it is approved, immediately candidate needs to start the main research work. Now your synopsis is approved, you're okay, you are given a green signal to go ahead with the research work. So candidate starts the main research work. In the main research work, whenever you are writing the main research work, you are going to go on documenting it. Now it's a long process. It doesn't happen in one day, 1 month, few months. No, it's a long process. And that documentation, once your research gets completed, you come to some final conclusions. You complete that documentation, which is called as the thesis. Now, whenever it is, that is the thesis or the final documentation, you can say about your research. Then again, there is a kind of a unsaid page limit. That is, minimum it should be 350 pages or more. More is better, but minimum it should be 350 pages. Again, once you prepare that, the rule is simple. One needs to go for plagiarism test. Again, send it, get it checked. If it is done, as I'm talking as a third party, as not our services. So they get it checked. If it is approved, approved means if it is about 10%, you will have to correct it. N number of times till you get below 10%. So all the time in all documentation, 10% is a criteria for the plagiarism test. So I will not repeat it here again. Okay. So the second part, the second documentation which you submit is the thesis, but it takes long. I mean, it takes time. Meanwhile, once you've done synopsis and your process, I mean, thesis is going on. Meanwhile, few more documentation needs to be submitted, out of which two are minimum two, not maximum. Minimum two are the research papers candidate needs to publish. Two research papers minimum. Two research papers on the topic on which you are doing the research. Also, you may find something interesting around the world, and that also research papers will work. So minimum two research paper needs to be published in and around your topic and the area of interest, whatever you are doing. But those two research papers, again, I'm defining its length. Minimum, it is roughly around of 25 pages, each research paper or more. And again, after the research paper, uh, uh, each research paper should follow the same rule, and that is of uh, uh, I can see somebody is with their mobile number. I asked admin to keep watch on this and change the mobile number. I'm requesting the guests same, otherwise they will be put again back into the wedding room. Please take care of that. Yeah. Admin is sleepy today, I think so. Yeah. Okay. So let's start go. I'm sorry for this disturbance because that disturbs me. Yeah. Okay. So as far as thesis is concerned, again, it has to follow the same thing of plagiarism test. Again, as far as the research papers are concerned, a research paper should be minimum of 25 pages and minimum two research papers are required. And again, these research papers should follow the rules of plagiarism test, right? So both the research papers, one after other, should go for the plagiarism test and should pass the plagiarism test. So synopsis, two research papers and one thesis, four documentation I have spoken so far. Till there are 9 more, right? Each of the documents should pass the plagiarism test with the report, right? During the, I mean, parallelly, when you are doing the research of your thesis work, two research papers as a parallelly they go. Again, parallelly, there are two seminar representations. Now, candidate needs to represent in at least minimum two seminars. Before that, I missed one point. That is that somebody comes like that, then the disturbance is there. Okay. Then what happens is research papers must be published. Now, where to publish them? There are UGC approved journals, national and international, in both ways. Government approved, UGC approved journals are there. In those journals only, these research papers must get published. So it is not only the plagiarism test must be done, also the research paper should be published also. And why, I mean, available should be on and should be available online also on the websites of those publications, approved publications, right? So about the research paper. Next part is two seminar representation candidate has to do. Again, seminars must be approved by UGC Government of India. So there are seminars which are pre-approved or approved by UGC Government of India as an approved seminars. In those seminars only, when the luminaries and the researchers come to attend those seminars, in those two seminars, candidate two different, see, minimum two, not maximum two. You can attend more seminars. So in those two seminars, candidate needs to represent their portion of research, what they have done, as well as some extra thing which they want to do with slide presentation. And again, whatever the portion they are going to, present over there has to be plagiarism tested. One synopsis, two research papers, three, two seminar presentations, five, one thesis, six. So far, six documentation I spoke about. Let's go ahead. As I said, during this process, the entire PhD is minimum is generally considered as 3 years of a duration. And in these 3 years, considered as into, let's say, they are into 6 semesters, so-called. Not semesters as such. There is no semester as such because PhD is a terminal degree. It's not a regular. I mean, it's not a. This is a degree by research, right? This is a research degree. It's not a like BA, BCom, BSc like that. It's not like that. It's a research degree. So in that, what happens is every 6 months, candidate needs to write the progress report, what they have done, what the candidate has done. They have to write their own progress report, and that progress report should pass the plagiarism test again, right? So 3 years means six progress reports. All progress reports should pass the plagiarism test, And of course, those progress reports should have guide signature also. I have not mentioned about anything about guide so far. Guide signature also. But these 6 progress reports plus 6 earlier documentations which I spoke about, now total becomes 12. And when there are total 12 documents, each of them should pass the plagiarism test. Below 10%. One more is remaining. So once you finish that, and by the time you are doing all this, you finish your thesis also, main research work also. It takes time. And once you do that, then the minimum 350 pages of report, which is called the thesis or the final thesis of your PhD, which you write, should pass the plagiarism test. Once it is done, once that report comes, your thesis is done, and that thesis is now considered as a plagiarism free, below 10%. Technically, you have done almost majority part of PhD. Now there is a last documentation which needs to be prepared, which will be based on your thesis, and it is called as a summary report. So you'll have to write a summary report based upon your thesis. Summary report will be roughly around 20-25 pages, which will be the extract of your own thesis, and that summary report also should pass the plagiarism test. This is the 13th document. Along with that, a slide presentation is required. Once it is done, technically, procedure is completed for a PhD. Okay, after 13 documentations, few things are remaining. Once your summary is done, then you get invitation for the Viva. Where is the Viva? The Viva is basically conducted for UGC Government of India. It's a panel Viva. There are 10 to 12 people, sometimes maybe 15 people, mostly from the industries, mostly from the subject expert and all those people and the governmental officers. And that Viva takes place at any given university place, any government university place. People do attend that Viva. So you will be attending that Viva. You will be presenting your summary. You will be carrying along all the documents in physical format, but you will be presenting your summary. That copy will be given to all in advance before you go there, as well as the slide presentation, and then you will present your entire research in those slide presentations within, say, half an hour, 40, 30, 45 minutes, roughly, not more than that, roughly around 45 minutes. Then the questioning starts. And then they start asking questions and queries based upon your whatever research you have done, whatever summary you have presented, and whatever explanation you have given over there, there will be lots of queries, right? And once you do that, once you complete your explanation and theory over there, it is done, then you can say you completed the process of the PhD. I'm not saying you passed the PhD. I'm saying you completed the procedure of the PhD. That's it. This is process and procedure. You completed it. Once your Viva is done, you are done. There's nothing left anymore. Right. Now, what is the result of the Viva? That you come to know like 1 or 2 months later. That is what has happened in that Viva. Whether you are in or out of PhD, that you come to know after the Viva, after say 1 or 2 months, right? And when this is done, once your Viva, actually there is, there is a notification comes out, and that notification, in that notification, your name is there. It means you have passed the PhD. That notification letter comes. Actually, notification is a general letter which is displayed on notice board and everywhere. So that is notification is there. It means you have passed the PhD. Your PhD you have completed successfully. That is the end of your, okay, you have done it successfully. Now, two more things you will get from the government. That is, one is a provisional degree letter of your PhD, which comes immediately, like within 2-3 months after the notification. 2-3 months it takes to get you the provisional PhD letter, provisional PhD degree letter. That is one thing. And once that is done, then after few months, there will be a convocation ceremony. In the convocation ceremony, lots of luminaries come, and the government ministers, governors, and all those people come, and there will be proper PhD convocation program takes place. This is where process and procedure for the PhD ends. Write down your questions. At the end, I will take all the question. I will answer all the question I have told earlier also. So this is what a process and PhD is there. I end that portion here. I start the third part of my webinar, and that is our support and services. Because so far, process and procedure may sound scary. It is, but let's see now how to get over this, right? As far as our support and services is concerned, let's move on that. Now, as far as National College is there, we are there for last 27 years. In fact, in this June, National College will be completing 28 years, right? And I think yeah, thank you, admin, for mentioning my name and my experience. They have made me little younger by 6 months or so, because I'll be completing 38 years of my experience in this June. So reaching there. Okay. So as far as support and services are concerned, let's start talking about it now. What we do as a national college. First of all, we offer our support and services in two formats. Two formats. One is called as option one, other is called as option two. Option two is the most popular one I know. That's why I'm going to explain option one first, because it's a very small one, simple one. In the smallest one rather. In option one, what happens is, see, still I have not mentioned anything about guide in my entire description and so far in the last phase also. Yeah, there will be a guide which I'll be discussing it now. So what happens in option one? In option one, our services up to a certain limit we give to the candidate. What are our services we give? Two or three portions where we are completely in, support the candidate. Number one, for defining the research topic. As far as defining the research topic is concerned, candidates, you are you are well versed in your field. You are having a lot of knowledge. Many of you must be at par with the PhD knowledge level, maybe more than a PhD degree level. But the topic name is should be that proper. There is the proper format. You know, if I'll go on talking about the only PhD topic, it will take half an hour. How a topic should be, but I'm not doing that. PhD topic. See, you have area of interest. You must have area of interest. Then based upon that, we give you PhD topics, range of topics, 3, 4 different topics we give. But based upon your area of interest, we talk to you. Then we see, when we reach there only after one-on-one session, not before that. But then we talk to the candidate. We talk to the candidate, get to know his or her area of interest. Based upon that, we get 3, 4 topics to, decide from. Once you pick up that topic, it is first service. It is National College responsibility to get that topic approved from the UGC and get it registered on your name. It has two importances. One, like once the topic gets registered on your name, nobody else in India is going to get it. The kind of IP you can say, right? So that is how it is. So we get it done. That is our responsibility. I'm talking about only option one services. Topic is our responsibility. The second responsibility is on the candidate. That is writing the synopsis. Entirely candidate responsibility. You give us the written synopsis, we send it for plagiarism test. That is our responsibility. But what will happen in the plagiarism test, whether it's below 10%, above 10%, whatever report comes back, we'll send it to you. You correct your synopsis again. You give it back to us. We again will send it to UGC. This to and fro, we keep on doing n number of times unless you complete your synopsis. You bring your synopsis below 10% mark. We'll do that. That is our responsibility. We'll do that. That's support we give. Under option one, I'm talking about. Option one, title we give you, not decide, we give you as per whatever you want. We frame into that, properly put into words and frame into that, and then we give it to you. But synopsis and documentation like synopsis, all 13 documents, preparing them is candidate's responsibility. Under option one, send all of them to UGC for the plagiarism test and all is our responsibility, right? Option one. I know everybody wants to know about option two. I'll go for that immediately. 1 minute more. So in option one, few more responsibilities we take over. And one of the, see, whatever features are there in option one are available in option two also. Same, in fact, in detail, but these are available. In option one, in an option two also, there is some extra entity enters, and that is called as guide. And that it's a very typical name of guide is there, and everybody is worried about guide all the time. We know that. So whether it is option one or option two, National College gives not only the guide, which are UGC approved guide, but we take care of the guide also. So National College is a barrier between you and the guide. So no guide will ever able to trouble or disturb, forget the trouble, but the disturb any candidate. That is our responsibility. We take care of that. We make it sure who's work for whom. So we have pool of guides over last 25, 30 years, whatever your work, we are working. And we take care of guides. Simple as that. Whether it's option one or option two, that works with it. Okay, so we take care of it, and then rest of the things in option one, candidate has to do. We support them for everything, whatever they. I mean, we are a one point of contact to do everything. But your content should get it plagiarism cleared will be candidate's responsibility, right? Then there is something about Viva. So those who are present over here and those who will get selected for one-on-one session, don't forget to ask to me about a Viva. There's something underlining about the Viva, which is in a webinar I'm not telling. In one-on-one, I will tell. Okay, underline that. So option one services ends here. That is how about it is. Then let's go for the option two services. Why that is what the very popular services are. What happens in option two services? As I told, as far as the option one, that is the title is there. Of course, we help in the title. We help you decide the title. In fact, we only suggest this is the best title, go for it, and etc. Finally, you have to say yes for it, and then that's it. Then we lock the title. That is our responsibility in option one and option two both. Guide option one, option two, our responsibility, not on you. Okay, both cases. Now things start different. The difference starts from option two is here. Synopsis. As far as synopsis is concerned, in option one, candidate has to prepare the entire synopsis. In option two, National College works like a Sherpa or maybe Sherpas. And Sherpa is the word like everybody is aware of. That is, if you really want to go for mountaineering, there are Sherpas available in Himalayas. If you really want to go for, and I always give example of Everest because it is the highest peak and the tallest peak. And then to achieve the tallest peak, mountaineer needs to have a Sherpa service because Sherpas are the people, local Nepalese people. They are acclimatized with the area and the terrain, so they carry luggage, supplies, clothing, everything of that mountaineer and sometimes a mountaineer too, if necessary, right? So this is the Sherpa service, which we also give for our candidates as far as the Sherpa, I mean the option twos are concerned. And what we do, somebody video is on. So what we do in this is, as far as the synopsis is concerned, it starts from synopsis and will be repeated for all 12 or 13 documents later. This service is, we talk to the candidate online like this whenever candidate has time. See, we all know that everybody of you or all of you are busy in their tight schedules at the professional level, at the family, I mean, domestic, personal level. So we know that well. So what we do is, as far as synopsis is concerned, we have team of experts, huge team of experts. We talk to the candidate on phone or maybe on Zoom like this, or maybe on any other channel, Google Meet or anything like that, or in a telephone call also, or candidate can send their audio recording also. This is what their area of interest is, whatever it is. Now our team, see, you give us half page, 1 page, 5 pages, 10 pages, or whatever. You give us half page. Our team of experts sit together and put them, bring them into 25 pages in a proper format. We make those 25 pages. We send it back to you. Synopsis which we have prepared, we send it back to you for checking. You go through it, you read it, edit it, append it, whatever you want to add with it, do it. You work like a chef, we work like the help. We cut the those vegetables and you just assemble it. That's it. If you want to, if you think whatever we have prepared is fine, you can just say, okay, go ahead with this. Then the two major responsibilities we carry: one, preparation of synopsis; second, getting it plagiarism approved, passed with certification by UGC. This is plagiarism tested below 10%. You also get that certificate, of course. And that's what we do. So bringing it into plagiarism, that borderline, I mean the 10% mark, that is our responsibility. So in option two, preparation of synopsis is our responsibility. Getting it plagiarism approved is our responsibility, right? So you give us 1 line, 2 lines, 5 lines, 10 lines, or no lines. We make it 25 pages. We give it back to you. You can do changes into it. See, it is like not like, I mean, uh, uh, you are a chef, you are the chef, we help you out. If you find whatever you have prepared is the best, you can say, go ahead, okay, this is fine. That call you can take, right? And yeah, we have team of experts, so we do almost the best synopsis possible because this is what we are doing for last 27 years. This is what we are doing. Or I myself is for last 37 years. This is what we do, right? And once you do that, then the next step, whatever we have done for synopsis, ditto. This is two research papers, two seminar representations, six half-yearly reports, and the summary report. Same, same. Candidate can be active or passively involved into this when and how they want to. It's up to them what inputs they want to give. And we and our team is also very good. We get things what we want from you in terms of that knowledge, in terms of the inputs from you. You will not come to know even while talking to you what inputs we are getting from you as far as the topic is concerned. So we put that in the paper, and you get your ideas also. You can send a recorded voice message also. We can call you and ask, but we don't disturb you, but we get the inputs what we want, and we make it everything, all 13 documents ready. Plagiarism passing is our responsibility. Preparation of those documents, passing the plagiarism test is our responsibility, not the your responsibility, right? So it is clearly mentioned option two, option one, and option two, very distinctive services. In option two, yes, we are the Sherpas, you are the mountaineer. PhD is like the highest peak in the educational mountain. Educational mountain range, you can say. So that peak, if you want to conquer, then naturally most of the candidates take this route of option two, which is very practical also, but that is left on the candidate. If candidate is selected, then it depends upon the candidate which route they want to go for. So this is all about it. As far as involvement of the candidate is concerned, whether they're in India, outside India, we have lots of candidates, those Indians, those who are staying outside India, from all over the world, are who are our students, and they're with us. There is an alumni video also, which we share after one-on-one session. In alumni video, where it's a good, it's an interesting video, because most of the multinational companies in India, most of their directors, CEOs, MDs, not most, but many of them, or VPs, are either our current student or our past students. And they all are there in that alumni video available, talking about National College and talking about, in fact, each other also. Even I am there in that video talking to them. So it's a online meet when it took place around 4 months back. So we share that video to anybody after one-on-one session. Compulsorily we share that. Okay. Then one more alumni meet happens after that. In fact, around 8 days, 15 days back, that video you have to get prepared. So that's all about it. Then next part, I explain my one more thing. Again, I'm repeating this line, underline this statement. There is something about the Viva reserved for one-on-one session, which I can't tell here, but I 100% will talk about it in one-on-one session, right? So that's all about it. So this is where I almost ended. Ending my support and services. Now, I will explain this thing, right? Now, 2 or 3 points, one more, few points I will mention over here. Number one, what happens from here once we do today's say seminar is over. Yet there is a time for that. Once it is done, then we'll be selecting few candidates and we'll be sending emails. That is to appear for the one-on-one session. They can talk to the counselor, or they can select on their own also time and day slot, and accordingly book it. Now there are 2-3 cares. One has to take. As far as the one-on-one session is concerned, that everybody very much aware of. Number one, be in formal dress. Formal dress means normal dress. Don't be casual. Number two, in one-on-one session is an extremely important part. It is a recorded part, and based upon which the offer letters are given for PhD. So be formal. Secondly, very importantly, do not join one-on-one session on mobile phone. There's a very strong point of rejection. Join it on either laptop or a desktop. Third, be in a confined area, be in your room, wherever you are. You can be at home or in office or but in a room where there is no noise from anybody else, others, right? Third part. These are 2 or 3 points that are related to one-on-one session. And fourth, very important, if you book a slot, don't cancel it. What happens is it doesn't go well with the committee. Keep this in mind. You have 15 days to decide. You have enough time to decide, but first 15 days are free of cost. So you have 15 days in which you can decide and lock your one-on-one session. After that, it is chargeable, because chargeable is 10,000 rupees is charged to meet anybody from the committee. Yeah. But before that, it is absolutely free. Yeah, absolutely free. So you can use this 15 days slot which is there. And every day there are different timings. I give a proper chalk. I mean, this is a, see, according, do not postpone or cancel your one-on-one session under any circumstances. That's not a good sign. Keep this in mind. Possibly there are two fallbacks of it. Is one is uh, uh, seats may get over, or not goes well with the committee. Somebody has given, because they also allowed, I mean, give their time once you book a slot. So keep this in mind. These are three, four things which we should keep in mind as far as the one-on-one session is concerned. Now let me come on to the fees part of it, because these questions will come from in the chats also. So before that, only let me explain about the fees. There are two types of fees which are there: a fees in option 1 and fees in option 2. So I will talk about, and all these fees, there is an education loan available with National College. Banks are tied up with us since ages now, over the years now. So that happens through us only. Education loan online only, that happens. A career doesn't need to go anywhere for that. I'll go ahead with this. Okay. Now, uh, uh, fees is concerned. Very underline statement. Keep this fees in mind and do not try to negotiate on fees. Never. Never ever. Okay. Fees. Option 1, yearly, because see why I'm telling you, I may sound a little rude over here, but what happens, in one-on-one session, candidate comes and they try to ask for some discount or something that never happens. Okay. These are very simple, which I'll explain. That's it. If there is any issue with the fees, don't join one-on-one session at all. Please keep this in mind. Right. Okay. Let's go ahead with this. Now, option 1, fees is 1.5 lakhs of rupees per year. PhD is considered as a 3 years course. So total fees is 4.5 lakhs of rupees. Installment facility is there, bank loan facility is there. Roughly it goes around 9,000 rupees per month or something like that, which I know. That's it. That all if you are selected for the after one-on-one session. If you are selected, then you come across this point, right? About fees and all. For option 2, the yearly fees is 2.25 lakhs of rupees. So for 3 years, it's become 6.7 lakh, 5 lakhs of rupees, right? This is about the option 2. Again, in option 2, if someone goes for bank loan, it will be around 13,000 of rupees per month. That's what I know. I mean, that's a basic idea I have. Not basic idea, that's actually I have the complete idea about it. So this is how it goes. So as far as option 1 and option 2 are there, fees are simple, clear. I told you about the fees. Main thing is that we are absolutely transparent. We'll not play around here and there. We'll tell you the fact. Everybody must know the fact, right? This is government degree, applicable for any government job, private sector job, PR visa, everything. Absolute government degree. So by achieving this degree, you, I mean, see, it is as I'll explain that also. There are lots of stakeholders into this. National College will be one of the stakeholder. You yourself will be one of the stakeholder. If the bank loan is a bank is one of the stakeholder. There will be one university also, which will be the entry and exit point and the Viva center for the stakeholder. And the UGC also one of the stakeholders. There are almost 4 to 5 stakeholders in one PhD. Okay. This is very, heavy degree, strong degree. It increases normally anybody's life, professional life of 15 to 20 years if you are physically fit, right? So that is how it is. So as far as PhD is concerned, this is what almost I had to talk about. So I am done with it. Now I'll take the questions. Anything I missed, I don't recollect. I mean, I covered everything, right? So let's go ahead with this. And I had to keep it as short as possible. Those who have missed will get this podcast also. Whatever I'm talking now will get recorded podcast audio at least. You don't need to see video, right? I mean, at least audio you can get of this. Uh, Okay, so let's take questions. Questions I will be accepting only in form of chats. Chat will come to me. I will read out the name of the candidate person who has asked the question as well as his question, right? Yeah. There will be question. Yeah, I know there will be question like which university get involved. Actually, all universities are available. Problem is not that. The question is in which university you are eligible into. right? Ha. Always, I mean, if someone asks, I remember somebody asked me last time or before that, will I get good university? I mean, no, why you'll get that university after 25 years? And after all, those who are having such a long experience, you don't need university crutches to shine yourself, right? If somebody is like, someone is like just a master degree pass out, they don't have any experience or a skill set, they want some crutches. Name of the university is the crutches, according to me. Okay, so uh, uh, I'll explain it if you want to. Then you ask question related to this to me. I will of course answer. My answers will be straightforward. No, is it? I mean, I'll give truthful answer. Don't worry. Go ahead. Ask me questions. I will answer all the questions. Uh, there are questions coming up. I can see that. Uh, uh, huh, Mr. No. You have to type the question and send. Okay, I won't be. I mean, yeah. Uh, oh, one question. Yes, Mr. Ramesh Kumar Mishra. Sorry, joined late. Can you share recording? Yes, we'll share recording, Mr. Ramesh Kumar Mishra. Surely. From which university PhD degree will be affiliated? What is the fees and other details? I think I told you this just now. Do we some kind of lateral entry based upon the year of experience? This is a good question. Oh, I missed this point. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. What I mean to ask is, I got it. What is the meaning of lateral entry? Yeah, lateral entry means, is there any possibility of reduction in the duration? Yeah, you really must have joined little late. Yeah. For experienced people, yes. But that changes from person to person's profile. 3 years PhD degree can be completed in lesser duration based upon their experience, provided the documentations we'll have to see. So the right now is a webinar. Some of you will be called for the one-on-one session, right? PhD pre-screening session it is called as. Once that is done, and if you are selected after that session, or in that, see, one-on-one session, you can ask these queries, right? Simple as that. I mean, you can ask these queries that how much time I can save and all. But by that time, we have your profile insight on your profile. So yeah, we directly will be able to tell you at that time what is maximum possibility is there. But yeah, few months or a year or something like that, candidate can save. Depends upon the profile. It is not general. It is in particular. Okay. Yes. Oh, then. Uh, Mr. Srinivas Reddy, from when the PhD course will start? Is it from June 26? PhD always takes admission twice in a year. So I think I answered this question, but still, yeah. Mysore University, Mr. Ganesh M. Mysore University is recognized for PhD. But is it a question or information? This is a statement. So I will answer questions. I can't answer statements, but okay. I mean, is it a question mark? I don't know. You can ask the question again, I'll answer. Devrup Mandal, Mandal. When does the next batch start? We are talking about that batch only, which is about to start, right? We are discussing for the same because there are time slots. Once I got your point. I'm talking up here today. 15 days gap. 15 days will be there for one-on-one session. Those who will attend and get selected, they get more 15 days to finalize. So it's a 1 month program. In that, candidates get done is done, provided availability of seats. Underline. Okay. One more thing which I want to talk before taking the next question, which I may forget, and my admin then will, after all, after this session, they will get behind me. You forgot to tell this, which I got reminded myself. There are two things. For first thing, there is an option available. I mean, there is a this thing available. What you can say, support is available. I mean, there are ways to get it done. See, there are two things required. One, as you are working professional, there should be an NOC, no objection certificate for your organization wherever you are working. And second, migration certificate of your master degree, original migration. This is the government degree. These two things are required. Out of which, in some industries, some organizations, there may be hiccups about giving the NOC, or the candidate may not be comfortable on taking the NOC because, I mean, any which ways, that organization may think, oh, he or she is living, or the candidate thinks, oh, that can cause issues. So NOC, if there is any issue, yeah, can be a solution for that. But in many cases, I have seen people give NOC upfrontly. If at all there is a issue, you can talk to us, and in that one-on-one also there is a solution for that. Secondly, migration, no solution. You have to get it. Let's take questions. The group Mandal, what are documents required? Anything afterwards, you ask the most important examination in your life. Everything after that is required. Now, what is the most important exam anybody gives in anybody's life? You may not be aware of this, and this is very funny also. People are not aware that is their entire career based upon that exam, and lots of things depend upon that exam, actually, including your own name and all, how it is, whether it is a Debrup Mandal or Mandal Debrup. Like, I'm just giving an example, and that is 10th standard examination, right? Beyond that, everything is required. Okay. Srinivas 2 times a year means June and December. Yeah, exactly. You are so right. Dinesh D. Okay. I finished my PG on 2010 at Satyabama University part-time and having 18 years of experience, 18 years plus years industrial experience. Am I eligible to pursue PhD? Answer is yes, but what PG means, I don't know. Right? I mean, PG is a certificate also and a master degree also. So, based upon that, I can say, but prima facie, I can say it is yes. Maximum how many years to complete in option 2? See, option 2 is for 3 years only. Based upon your experience, there is a chance that if you get, see, there is a program called ADP, Accelerated Degree Program. Some of the seats are reserved for that. If you fit into that, if you're a fit case for that, that is your experience is sound enough. But if anything beyond 15 is very good. But even below 15, I've seen, but beyond 15 is a very strong case to reduce that duration of the period. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm not clear about your PG yet. So next, Krishna Raja Ponraj. Myself, Krishna Raja, working professional, guide interaction from team or Zoom meeting is best, and I want to know only seminar, only personally attend, right? You can be a professor. You confuse me with your question. Kidding. Please reframe. I didn't get you actually. I think probably you are asking, this is guessing, wild guessing. That is, everything online is possible. Good question. 3 times candidate needs to visit. 3 times. Why 3 times? Because program is considered of 3 years, right? If you reduce number of years, it's okay. But still 3 times. 1 day. 1 day per year. Candidates needs to visit or must visit the allocated university. This is first rule. That time, which 1 day the candidate needs to visit, that we get according by talking to the candidate only. What is a suitable day, date, time, and month for them? Accordingly, we arrange. That is our responsibility, right? That we arrange, right? Only 1 day visit is the procedural visit. 3 years, 3 visits. Out of which last visit is basically a viva. So it's a must for everybody, right? So maximum possible one may be short visit, but otherwise 3 visits, 3 days. So 1 day per year. That way it is. If you reduce numbers of years, then possibly you will have reduction in visits also. Again, I'm mentioning university here. Keep this in mind. Whether national college or a university, we are vehicles. We are not the destiny. Destiny is PhD, which is with UGC. So you climb on national college or you climb on any university. No university is solely responsible for giving you the degree. It is UGC who controls it and conducts it and give it because it is centrally controlled. For example, I am giving, if suppose you take any particular topic in for research, then that topic won't be available from any IIT, IIM or anywhere to any university in India. Okay. That way it is. Okay. I'm getting lots of questions which I'll have to talk about now. Krishnaraj Ponraj again completed MTech in Industrial Safety Engineering 2022, had 20 plus years need to do the PhD in environmental related. Yeah, I got it. So your actual domain is industrial safety and you really want to get into environmental. Yeah, that can be done. That's not an issue. We do that. I mean, that's what our skills are actually. Uh, Dinesh D, I got, thank you. My PG is ME. Okay, masters in engineering. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Anybody else who wants to ask question, please go ahead. I'll take all the questions. If the questions are done, then we'll end over. Yeah, because time constraint. I can understand. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask questions. I'll take all the questions. I think we are. Uh, no any more questions, please. I really wanted to get. I love to get grilled. Please go ahead. Ask questions. I'm extremely straight shooter. I'll answer all the questions. Ask anything. Basically, my name is written as doctor. As per the convention goes, I did my two PhDs, so it should be doctor actually. But let it be. Admin is so kind with me. Anybody else want to ask anything? Or else we can wind up now. One-on-one session, yes, important. Attend that. That everyone needs to attend that. Yeah, that's very important. That's it's free of cost. It's simple. So, yeah, one more question is coming up. Mr. Vaibhav Ghag. Done graduation in chemistry plus PG diploma in oil and paint technology plus 24 years of experience will it be considered? Answer is yes. If your PG is diploma and not a master degree, then there is a bridge. See, if I'll tell you something like this, it's a good question actually. Uh, uh, there has to be a master degree after graduation that makes you eligible. If at all there is lacking, like a PG diploma is very good, and master degree is not there. So-called master degree is not there. Then there is a bridge course which makes you eligible for the PhD, and that goes along with the PhD. So if you get selected because of your PG, then yeah, bridge course needs to be done. But then our counselors will guide you and that go along with it. We take care of that. Simple as that. I mean, okay. And PG in diploma in oil and paint technology. He must be from the Mumbai University Garwar Institute. I feel so. They had this diploma. If I'm not wrong, Mr. Vaibhav Garg. Oh, Vijay, fine. Okay. Srinivas Reddy. Okay. 16 years of MNC IT experience. How soon I can hope for PhD completion? You're asking about, you can say, a kind of a doctor with how soon you can get well, but I have not seen your documentations. I'm taking by experience. I mean, whatever you're telling, yes, you can save duration, but once I see profile, probably in one-on-one session, I can tell you, yeah, dramatically it gets reduced. Minimum 1 year, I have seen many of candidates saving out of those 3 years. More 6 months maybe, but you see, any which ways, let me be frank, it will never come below 1.5 years. Never. Roughly that much time it takes. If at all you get that advantage of ADP. Again, this is under condition I am telling. There is no extra fee for ADP, by the way. No extra fee. Sometimes some people ask extra fee. Please ask questions, Mr. Salman. I'm taking questions. Krishnaraj Ponuraj. A wonderful speech and clarified all the questions. Can you please share the prospectus detail about the course details and fee structure and the list of guide details and topic, please? Thank you so much. Oh God, so many. I'll talk about nationalcollege.in. Please visit the website. Everything is available. Even theses are, our candidate theses are also displayed under our work. Please watch there. PhD journey is there, when to pay fees, how to pay fees, which month needs to pay, what will happen with when, and you with the candidate, and which month. Entire program is given under my PhD journey tab. Please visit there. Thank you. So please visit nationalcollege.in. Actually, all question, I mean, option 1 and option 2 also mention over there. Mr. Uh, Shivaji Das, sometimes PhD takes more than 3 years. Will the expense increase? Two answers. Number one, you do it in 3 years or 10 years. Fees is same. It will not increase per year. Number one. Second most important, if you get admission for 3 years of PhD, will not keep you a day more in that PhD. It is our responsibility to make you between, I mean, why we are there into the picture then? It's our responsibility to make it complete in 3 years. No, not possible. Our result for 27 years is 100%, right? So not possible with us. More PhD takes more than 3 years. Why? You do that. I mean, not with us. Yeah, I know what you're asking. Actually, you are right. In fact, there is a news yesterday in Mumbai University. If you have read, they removed 644 candidates. Cancelled their admissions of 644 candidates in Mumbai University. Yesterday's news. Go and read. Why? Because they take more than a lot of time. Actually, so they're enough. You are enough now. Throw them out. Okay, I'll take this question. Vaibhav, 24 years experience in automotive ecosystem will be guided on topic. Answer is yes, 100%. My expertise is product marketing and commercial. Vaibhav, yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Actually, if you are from automotive industry, I'll just take a few names whose high ranking officers are doing with us, are done with us. Tata Motors, John Deere, Ashok Leyland, you take any name, they are with us since many years. See, PhD is not the only degree we run. Like, they are doing in PhD also. I mean, they are doing Tata Motors and all, they are in PhD also. We are done engineering and all also. I mean, that is there. Okay. Muhammad Salman Varsi. Sir, I am BIT and BBA in finance. Okay, fine. I suppose you are eligible and just need to check about your other documentations, like which year you pass, how many years of experience you have, and all those things. Yeah, you are eligible. And if at all you are like, I mean, lacking somewhere at the eligibility, then there's a bridge course exam. Okay. Now, Rajat Kumar Samantaray. Hi. Good morning. I am a qualified CMA of ICAI and become Can I do PhD? I have a financial profession of 15 years experience. Answer is yes. Vaibhav Garg. I didn't get the question. I don't want technical. My vision is 2030 at market shift in automotive. I suppose you're talking about the topic, right? No, it's okay. We are topic doctors. One more question. Total cost option 1 slash option 2 is 4 to 5 and 7 lakh. It is possible to pay yearly basis. Answer is yes. You mean to the installment fees? Okay, answer is yes. If you are selected out of that one-on-one session, yeah, answer is yes. Installment facility is available, bank loan is available. Everything. That's a very, I mean, I understand your question. Yeah. Please go ahead. Anybody else? Ask question first. So, we are about to end now. If anybody has any question, please ask or ask remaining question in your one-on-one interview. Right. If you are selected, if
Hello,
you get
sir.
that email, then ask this question in one-on-one interview. Okay, but ask here. That would.
Hello, sir. I'm
Balaji
Kanan.
AR, do you support PhD in data science? That is very much demanding topic. Of course, we support. Yeah, I understand what you're asking. Dinesh
Hello, sir.
D.
I'm Kanan.
Vaibhav Gag. I mean, not technical topic, but can PhD
Hello,
be
sir.
in
I'm Kanan.
commercial? Yes, yes. See, as far as topic is concerned, if your degree, master degree is in technical, I mean, technical engineering or technical, then we have to camouflage the topic, but we do that. I mean, I missed earlier question. Where is the college located? That fellow asked. Yeah. If nationalcollege.in, please watch the website and go at the end. You find our address also. It's in Maharashtra in Palghar for last 27 years.
Hello, sir. Are you hearing me?
My audio
Hello.
is off, so I can't hear anything. Uh, uh, Rajkumar Samantara, I don't have not master degree. Okay, we'll see your documents and accordingly, then we guide and give you a solution also. See, it is not only accept or reject, we give solution also. If you don't have, if somebody doesn't have a master degree but have a lot of experience, then we give solution accordingly. Simple. We are about to end now, right? I hope you enjoy this particular session of PhD, PhD webinar. And thank you all for joining. We are about to end this. Still any question? I'll count down 10 downwards. Ask anything. Okay. Thank you guys for joining from all over India and abroad, and have a wonderful weekend ahead. And it was beautiful talking to you guys. Wonderful time. And best luck for becoming a doctor and put a doctor before your name. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Right? Have a wonderful time ahead. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Odisha University is included in this. Mr. Samantra, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's somebody wants to ask. There are one or two questions. Somebody wants to ask question. Dinesh, thank you. Most welcome. Shiva, Shivaji Das. Thank you and have a great. Thank you, thank you. I have already everything. Yeah, there is a question possibly which I received on other channel. I'm reading that question now. Mr. Kannan, I suppose. Yeah, okay. His question is, I finished B Mechanical MBA in International Management. I'm taking his question live on the other channel. How it will support me? It's a career-based question, right? I will be arranging some career webinar for this. Yeah, to get a new job. I got your questions. I mean, this particular question to get a new job. It's a big thing. Yeah, I mean, you should have asked this question at the beginning. I would have included it in and everybody would have benefited. It's a career question. Please ask in a one-on-one session. Yeah, please ask that. Okay. Uh, and 25 years of experience in cement manufacturing and maintenance. Yeah, I will answer that question. But now it will be a longer one, for career. This is a career related question, and to speak about that. Yeah, yeah. Admin declare. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Admin declaring the sign off, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. It's done. It's over. Thank you. I'm feeling bad to remove anybody out. That's why I'm requesting you to now you can go. Thank you. Before admin throws me out. Bye 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 bye. अरे ये अर्जुन 8 जण कसे काय? Who is the eighth one? हाँ, नोट टेकर है. हाँ, ठीक है. अरे बाबा. हम्म. मला सिनॉप्सिस बनवायला लावल्यावर सिनॉप्सिसचे पॉइंट आले ना आता.
म्यूट वर आहे. प्रियंका काहीतरी बोलते पण म्यूट वर असते.
ते मॅडमशी बोलतात. मॅडमचा कॉल असेल.
हम्म.
आपल्याशी नाही बोलत आहेत.
नाही सर, तुमच्याशीच बोलत होती. झालं.
काय?
आवाज नव्हता येत सर. झाला आला.
तुझा येत नव्हता आम्हाला.
हो सर,
हा, आले की ना तुमचं कोणी?
आले होते.
आज थोडं सिनॉप्सिस वर बोललो जास्त मुद्दा म्हणून, कारण आता मला बनवायला लागायला लागले ना. त्याच्यामुळे जरा तुमच्या पण तशी ज्ञानात भरच पडली असेल, कशाला काय म्हणतात सगळ्यांच्याच, म्हणजे बाकीच्यांच्या. समजा प्रियांका तर करते, पण बाकीच्यांच्या कशाला, म्हणजे प्रियांकाला सुद्धा एपीएस स्टाईल वगैरे मुद्दामून सांगितलं मी ते काय आहे. एपीए स्टाईल म्हणतात, मग हे काय आहे? म्हणजे ऑथरचं नाव पहिल्यांदी ब्रॅकेटमध्ये कुठल्या वर्षी प्रकाशित झालंय आणि त्याच्यानंतर पुस्तकाचं नाव. अमेरिकन सायकोलॉजी अशीच. हा. स हे आहे का आजचा वेगळा होता? आज बरेच पॉईंट कव्हर केले मी.
हो सर.
फीच्या बाबतीत पण झाडू मारलाच थोडा. तो मारला नाही गेल्या वेळेला म्हणून दोघे तुघे या वेळेला 1-on-1 ला आले. सगळं एक तासभर अटेंड केलं आणि नंतर फी साठी मागे झाले. तुम्हाला माहिती नसेल पण मी सांगतोय. म्हणजे माझा 2-2 तास 3-3 तास खाल्ले आणि नंतर मग आता फी नाही असं करून ते बसले खाली. कशाला फालतू ठेवायचे? ठीक आहे, बाय. बस झालं.
हम्म.
अच्छा.